Subscribe to dragmotoxboss. It's very easy. You can always subscribe anytime. My goal is 1.5k subscribers by October 1st. If I hit 1.5k subscribers, I will do a video where I see how much money I can make in Lumber Tech 2 after 6 hours after starting my base from scratch. So subscribe! Welcome back to Oaklands. Right now, we're starting the video off at the top of the freaking thing here. Oh, Charlie 10 got some of them. Vetley, I swear to goodness, you better keep yourself away from these purple cactuses. I see you down there. Goodness gracious. So, there's another subject, in terms of, like, dating, okay? There's another subject that I want to talk about. Nah, screw that. We're not going to talk about that video subject yet. All right. We're going to talk about a different video subject, all right? And I'm not going to explain why. I'll explain why. I want to space out the topics where I talk about dating so that my channel doesn't really give off a feel, you know what I mean? Like, if I post too many videos in a row on the same subject, then, like, you know, it will, like, make my channel feel like, you know, if I constantly post about synchronicities or whatever, all right? So anyways, this video is going to be about Bandcamp, all right? And it kind of is similar to the last two videos that I've posted, but, you know, still a different thing, okay? And, you know I'm literally going against what I said about the love thing, but, like, you know, love is powerful, you know? So let's stop talking about love. I mean, I've talked about it way before on this channel, and I've only just started talking about driver's license and getting a job, so, like, you know, yeah. So I'll talk about this for this video, okay? So, anyways, so I went to Bandcamp today, and it was the most different start of Bandcamp I've ever had in my entire life. I've said in a prior video that band feels different because, you know, I went there and there were, like, way less people, and I was, like, one of the oldest, and I was in, like, you know, the senior class and all that other stuff, all right? Well, I went to my first day at Bandcamp, and by the way, let's keep a little tab here. 1 day at Bandcamp done, 9 more to go, all right? There's so much crap I need to talk about for this video, okay? There's just so much. You just won't believe it, all right? So, anyways. So, still recovering from... What? What the heck? Still recovering from plastic surgery? What? What? But anyways, for starters, I have a driver's license, and I was able to take my mom's car to Bandcamp. Now, before you guys, like, ever think anything, we have a complex situation. I'm not going to go into it because I don't talk about my own financial situation nor my parents that often. Or no, I never talk about it. That's just something I don't get into. All you guys need to know is I'm kind of in a position of where it would make no sense to get my own vehicle. All right? I'm not saying that out of laziness. I'm definitely not saying that out of laziness, okay? Anyways, the fact that I was able to drive, you know, a vehicle to band practice makes it so much better already. The fact that I get to drive myself, it still feels so different. It feels so weird, so new. It still feels a bit strange to me. It's like, what the hell? Like, it's such a cool experience. Like it's like, what? I can drive? What? Because I'm so freaking used to one of my parents driving me and me never being the one to drive. But it makes me so happy, you know, and obviously, you know, I remember before I got my driver's license, I did not know how, you know, much more convenient it is for me to get a driver's license, so I just didn't care. But it is just so much better just to drive yourself rather than have your parents drive you to band practice. It is so much nicer. There's another thing that I'm doing that I talked about in prior videos of where I'm going to buy fast food, every single day, all right? Every single Bandcamp day, and I will do that. But speaking of that, so I basically got some fast food. It was my first time ever getting fast food at a drive-by. It was quite an experience, okay? And, you know, the first time getting fast food alone in a vehicle, okay? And basically, I got it, and I drove home. I made a decision to drive home because, you know, think of this. Prior Bandcamp years, I would usually have a packed lunch because I would not, like, go out and buy food. My parents would have me, would drive food to me. Well, my mother would drive food to me one day for lunch out of all the days, all right? And, yeah, that's that. You know, it happened for multiple years. And I remember I would, eat lunch, and, I'd usually eat it in the band room. But, like, last year, I decided to go into that, like, little courtyard area, like, within the school or whatever. It's hard to explain. So, yeah. I would, like, sit there and eat, and I was able to go into the school Wi-Fi. So then I'd just watch my YouTube channel or just other people's YouTube channels. I remember watching the collab that The Official Brick and Apton did. It came out about a year ago from now. It came out last August, all right? I remember that. And that's what I was watching. I was like, yo, let's go, The Official Brick. And then I remember thinking so much, I wish Apton got to know what it was like for me to scream in his ear. And, he experienced that once stock-up season started last year. And now, and he has known for a while, he knows how it feels to be screamed at in a funny and foolish way by the very legendary dragmotoxboss, all right? I'm getting off topic here, okay? But, nowadays, so since I decided to go home, and I was wondering, maybe it's not all right, but with my parents, if I keep driving home, they don't care. It's not that far of a drive anyway. So I go home, and I eat, and then I basically talk to people from my community. Vetley, Charlie 10, Vetley was there, Charlie 10, Kitto was there, although Kitto had to eat dinner. Kitto is 6 hours ahead of me. And Toad 18196, the one who sucks, the one who's honest with us all that he sucks at a pyrophobia, all right? That kid. And then also Dylan's joining the call, and he said that he walked to like a food place, and he's like hanging out, like he like went with like another one of the newer band kids, another one of the new band kids to that place, and they were in the call with me, and then like one of them was like, what are all those people doing there? Who are those people? I told Dylan to tell him, that's my fans. I'll get them to join, and yeah, I got fans. It's not like I'm trying to brag or anything. I just wanted to clear up the situation. But also, they very much well know how much subscribers I have on my channel. I wear a subscribe to JB dragmotoxboss shirt anyway. I mean, it's inevitable. I want people there at the place to subscribe. And I don't, talk about my channel 24/7. Don't worry. I don't rub it in people's faces. I'm not, a stranger like that, okay? But anyways, so it's a lot more convenient to drive home whenever I have a lunch break. If I stayed at the place, regardless of if I got fast food, I would have a worse eating experience. I might not have ketchup, and they didn't give me ketchup this time. The fries were cold, and basically, I can't do a cool little neat thing where I put hot sauce on my sandwich or like chips in the middle of my sandwich. So I basically drove home, and I did that, and I actually watched some, usually I'll watch something on YouTube whenever I eat or something, maybe SML, cursing inappropriate talk on that, or off-brand Darman, or maybe Darman himself. I'll usually watch those. They're quite interesting to watch, and yeah, that's what I'll do. And so basically, then the time period will go by a lot faster, and I have a lot of items to move. If I have a for most people, unrealistic expectation, even if they have the time, it's really hard to keep the motivation. Even for me, myself, I got like unmotivated of Lumber Tycoon 2 for the second half of July, but luckily it came back, all right? But, mostly unrealistic. So if I want to keep up with my mostly unrealistic expectation of this much lumber bucks for stock-up season, which I probably am not going to spend them all. Therefore, they're going to be good for multiple years, which will actually be very good because, I won't have as much time next year. I won't have as much time as I have this year because I'll have, like, college and stuff to do, So, and plus, what if I, like, find another good game in the future, Or what if I want to play a lot of Oaklands? So, like, if I don't spend all the money this year, which I actually might end up spending all the money just because I'm planning, Usually I don't buy the more expensive items as much as the cheaper items, but this year I'm going all out. Maybe not the ones that cost like the axe presents, but like the ball present that costs $7K, I'll probably buy it as much as I buy the noob head. So I might run out of money, or I might not because of how much money I have for stock up season. Long story short, I got lots of stuff to do on Lumber Tycoon 2. All right. What the frick was that noise? That was a glitch. All right. So, well, what I'm trying to say is, you know, I need stuff to do. So it's good that I came home. You know, lunch break went by a lot quicker. And sometimes it does feel a little bit awkward just sitting like in that little courtyard between the school, because sometimes like teachers will walk by and stuff. And you know, if I was, you know, at the school, worse quality food, time would go by slower, stuff wouldn't get done in Lumber Tycoon 2, and less fun of a time, yeah. But if I'm home, more fun of a time. The break goes by a lot quicker. The food is better because of, you know, what I said, you know, a couple minutes ago in this video. And did I say the time will go by a lot quicker? I don't. I keep like messing up when I'm saying that, but I think you guys get the point at this point. I hope you guys get the point at this point. It's a lot better to just go home. And the fact that none of the seniors are there anymore. Like, you know, last year I used to feel a little insecure because I, you know, didn't have a license or a job. And, you know, I could have very well, you know, gotten a job, not a license though, because I was not old enough. But I could have, even though I was 16, I still had to wait like an amount of time. But I didn't have a job. I mean, I could have chosen to have a job, but I didn't really want one because I didn't really need one, and I wanted more time to work on my channel. Therefore, I'd feel like a little bit like awkward, nervous, insecure whenever I go there. And now it's a lot different. I'm driving a vehicle. I have a job. Well, even if I did not have a job yet, I still have a lot of money. Like, I have well over enough money to cover my expenses for eating out because, like, you know, well, eating fast food, not eating out, eating fast food because, you know, I hardly spend money the way it is, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. You know, I told myself the money that I get from my job is most likely just going to stack up for a long time. Well, most of it at least will stack up, and it'll just be like, whoa, I have this much money in there? I guess I do. And also getting money from YouTube as well will stack up obviously as well too. But I do have to say one thing right here. With the seniors gone and with me from going to me not having a driver's license and a job and being around a ton of people who do have that, who are not that much older than me, to this year, all those people aren't there, and I'm one of the only people that has a driver's license and a job. That, you know, makes my self-confidence improve and go up so much. I feel so different. Everything feels so different. Everything feels so new. I'm gonna have to get used to it, and I feel so much cooler. And I'm very happy for that. I'm very happy for that. I'm very happy where the direction of what my life, where my life is going. And also, there's one thing I forgot to mention. This Bandcamp day went the quickest than any other Bandcamp first day I've ever had in my entire life. Just purely because whenever, I'm pretty sure at least, it always feels like it, so I'm just going to call it. Whenever you're doing the last of something, it goes by the quickest, because you know in your head it's your last one, and that'll somehow psychologically make the time feel like it flies by. This entire Bandcamp 2 weeks is going to fly by. In fact, my entire senior year is going to fly by. Unfortunately, that also means, but technically it's not my last stock up season. So that, fortunately, won't fly by if we go by these standards. But senior year, Bandcamp, band season, they will fly by. And also, I love Bandcamp so much more. Like, it is so much more fun that I get to drive home, work on some stuff, and come back. Also, I forgot to mention, I'm playing a new instrument. And because I'm playing a new instrument, I got moved into... that will actually... I'll save that for a separate video. All right. Goodbye, everyone.